Hello, this is Laura Ward. I am very happy to see you, as you may be stuck indoors like I am in this coronavirus time. So I am going to just offer a little workout. Please take this at your own rate. If you need to change anything, change it. If it hurts, don't do it. It's your body, honor it. Deep breath, inhale, stretch, lift and open, opening your lungs. Exhale, bend your knees, relax your spine, let go. Inhale, lift and arch up to the ceiling. Exhale, hollow, release, bend your knees, soften your neck, relax your shoulders. Inhale, lift and open, and exhale, big expansive lungs. Soften, relax, and melt. Inhale, stretch it out and up, big lift. Exhale, release, and let go. Last one, inhale, lift. You're going to interlace your fingers on top, open your feet wide, stretching from side to side. This doesn't have to be your most extreme stretch, just something gentle that feels good. That's the idea of the entire workout. Gentle and feeling good, and yet also working your muscles. From here, we're going to do a cat-cow, arching and opening. Exhale, hollow and curl. Inhale, external rotation in the arms. Open your heart and lungs. Exhale, hollow, curl, and round. Inhale, arch, open, stick it out. Exhale, hollow, curl, and round. Inhale, arch and open, stick out your head and tail. Exhale, hollow and round. I'm going to show you that sideways. Inhale, arch and open, stick it out. Exhale, internally rotate the arms. Externally rotate the arms, so we're working right in that rotator cuff as well as the spine. Hollow and round. Inhale, arch and open, knees are bent. Exhale, hollow and curl. Last one. Inhale, arch and open, external rotation, internally rotate, round, hollow, and then come down to seated position, cross-legged or any other comfortable position. If you need to sit on a block, that also is a possibility. Side stretch. Inhale, open, exhale, inhale, expand the lungs, open out, exhale, sideways. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sideways. Inhale, lift. Circling the whole way around to the side. Take it forward, changing your arms as you move through center to the other side. And inhale, open. Exhale, sideways. Take it forward, around to the other side. And inhale, lift. One more time each side. Side stretch. Circle forward. Swish it around. Inhale, open the lungs. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Good. Change legs so non-dominant leg is in front, whichever wasn't there. And we're just going to take it forward, something a little different. Let your head release. Melt and breathe into it. And then a little spinal movement from side to side, from your tail to your head. Head-tail movement. Letting your spine move, snaking from tail to head, rippling through, kinetic chain of movement through your spine. I'm also adding kind of a figure 8. If you look at what my head and shoulders are doing, there's a tiny little bit of twisting in there. And then coming up and taking your legs out in front. We're going to go arms out, side, side. Internally rotate, back of the hands towards each other. Externally rotate, open. But arms are still slightly in front, so not back there. Right there, where this is wide and expansive. Exhale. Inhale. Open. Exhale halfway. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. Inhale. Open. Exhale. Inhale. Sit up tall. Exhale. Halfway down. Inhale. Open. Exhale. Inhale. Imagine your fingertips expanding the lungs. Exhale. Hollow and round. Inhale. Open it up. Exhale, hollow and round. Inhale, open. Exhale, hollow. Inhale, open. We're going to change it. I'm going to give you a little arc side version. One leg at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hands behind you. Opening the front of the hip flexors. Inhale, lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, press, and exhale, fold. Inhale, press, and exhale, fold. Inhale, press, stay up, pulsing, pushing from underneath, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I can breathe, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, take it down. Hamstring should be getting a little bit warm. Soft, gentle stretch forward. Doesn't have to be your most extensive stretch. You can bend your knees if that feels better. Soften, melt. Big breathing. Try to move your whole body with your breath. All the way down to your belly. And then come up. And let's change it again. So I'm just going to change my mat. So I'm on a diagonal a little bit so you can see. So we're going to do another sort of sit-up-y thing. Pants falling down. Inhale, stretch it out, get long. Hello, jade plant. Exhale, up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, I'm going to scooch down so I'm not smashing the jade. Inhale, up. Exhale. Fill up your lungs. So this is a very upper versus lower pattern, also known as homologous movement. Inhale, stretch, exhale, inhale, open, exhale. We're going to change it slightly. Inhale, open, exhale, inhale, backstroke, like you're swimming through the space. Inhale, stretch it out, exhale, inhale, spiral. So we're adding a twist, gives it a little bit more of a contralateral feel. Cross body, exhale, inhale, open, exhale, inhale, stretch, exhale up, inhale, open, exhale, inhale, stretch, exhale up, inhale, big spiral, nice rotator cuff movement. Inhale, open. So if you feel poppy and clicky in that joint, you can always take your hand onto your shoulder, just decrease the length of the arm so that it is shorter and less clicky. If you are clicking, try working with the rotation in that rotator cuff. So scavicle, clavicle, scapula, humerus, hand, all working together. So there's a nice connection, nice juicy connection in that rotator cuff, scapulohumeral rhythm, happy because it's all connected from fingers through those nice rotating mobile bones, radius and ulna, through your humerus into your body. Let your rib cage take part in that movement all the way down. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, inhale, big mobility. Exhale, or small mobility, whatever you got. Inhale, exhale, inhale, open, exhale, inhale, stretch, exhale, up, circle, down, inhale, open, exhale, up, big twist, take it down all the way to the ground, and hands down by your sides. We're going to do a little bridge. Inhale, lift, pelvis up, exhale, fold, lower down. Inhale, press, and exhale, fold. Big breathing. Be alive. Act like you're alive. Inhale, stretch it up, exhale, fold and lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, down. Inhale, press, exhale, fold. Inhale, pelvis lifts, feet on the floor. I don't know if you can see my feet. Whole foot down. Feel the inner and outer legs working together, not overly inner thigh or overly outer thigh. Right in the center, hamstrings, back of the body working together, pulsing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Opening the front of the body, whole back of the body supporting that. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it down. Draw your knees in towards you. Big circles with your knees, lubricating up your hip sockets. You can bring your head up and make a more full body movement if that feels good to you, or you can leave your head on the floor and relax. And then change direction, circling up, opening out. I definitely had too much coffee this morning, and I can feel it in my nervous system, which actually feels kind of good. And then lower your feet to the ground. Nice little spiral, knee drop one side, open, and the other side. So we're just trying to massage out the back of the hips. Let one leg move all the way, and then the other leg, so you're opening and closing, and it comes into a spiral. This is different than a regular Bartenieff knee drop, where we would initiate with the pelvis and move. I'll show a couple of those. Knee drop, pelvis moves to shift across, knee drop, moving through the pelvis, knee drop, moving through the pelvis, and then changing to the other version, knee open, drop, knee open, close, open, close. And I'm trying to relax my butt and my hips and my abdominals as much as possible, making this easy, not harder. And from there, we're going to do a little weird version of the hundreds. Inhale, arms over your head, point your toes. Exhale, coming up, pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, touch down. Exhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deep breath. Exhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Open to the side. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close it in. Exhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. If it's possible to straighten your legs, do it. If not, bend them a little. Inhale, open. If you can point or flex. Inhale, exhale. Just feel your feet extending at the edge of your legs, or not. Inhale, 2 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Last one. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. Big breathing into your body. So we're going to do something. I'm just going to show you seated what it's going to look like, but I'm going to do it on the floor. You're just going to soften and release. Let this relax. Let this move. So we've been doing a lot of contracted movement. Now we want to do some really open, fluid movement in our torsos. Letting go. Letting all of that work process in our bodies. And we're not holding more. We're letting it go. We're letting it settle in. We're releasing tension instead of adding tension. So I'm going to do it laying down for a second, and maybe you can see it. I'll try and turn a little bit more. I'm just going to free up my spine with a little side-side, a little up-down, and forward-backwards. So I'm sending some waves and ripples of movement through my spine, through my torso, and I'm trying not to clench and contract and hold it together, but let it go and open it up. Starting to let the stream of sort of creativity, flow, energy move through my body as opposed to contracting it in. So I've warmed up really nicely. I've done a lot of really specific types of exercises, and now a little more freedom. I'm starting to add my upper body to that. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. This is just an offering. Maybe it's too weird for you. Maybe you're ready for it. It's up to you. Feel into your body. Feel what feels good. Let it move a little bit of fluidity. A little bit of letting go, a little bit of release. Now your blood should be pumping enough. The systems are online. Let's let them soften and connect. So we're going to take that same feeling from laying on your floor and move it into hands and knees position. If this position doesn't work for you, feel free to find a different one. You can do it seated on a chair. You can stay laying down, but we're just going to find a little bit more, again, of that sort of, I call it curious snake, little amphibious movement, like a fish, an eel, an octopus, a snake, giving some mobility and some freedom to the spine, scapula, rotator cuff. I'm saying it in all these parts because that's how a lot of us look at our bodies, but it is one fluid connected whole thing. So letting yourself find some freedom within that fluid connected whole. We're going to get back to more directed movement in a minute, but just take this time to start to tune in. What feels good? What might feel good? What can I let go of? What's working well? Where can I have more space inside my body, inside my being, inside my who I am, to adapt to whatever's going on? Some freedom, some flow, which can be very threatening if you like to control things. So let it go a little bit. I'm shifting my weight. I feel like some kind of old dromedary walking. I don't know why. What is that? Some kind of weird camel. Okay, now let's get back to organized movement. Opposite arm to leg. We're going to go out, bring it in, reach it out, and then change. So this is a contralateral pattern. It is the most advanced for our nervous system, as far as I know. Out, in, out, and close. Out, in, out, and close. Contralateral patterning, cross-lateral patterning is when we move across our body, upper to lower on the opposite side. So right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. I'm going to add a little cat-cow to that. Feel free to exaggerate your breathing at any time. And then we're going to change it. First, the hands have to pull up. Then I'm just going to take my leg out and start to move it around. So it's like that curious snake, but now you have a really long leg tail. I'm going to free up my foot as well. There's been a lot of pointiness. Letting my body move in new patterns. Here's maybe totally different than mine. Yay! Let's hope for that. Letting yourself play with what it is to be in a body. Are there different ways to do it? How can you play with that? And then change if you feel the need. If you're ready to stay on that side, please, by all means, stay. This is your moment. Oh. If we really want freedom, let's find it inside ourselves and then share it with other people. How about that? I'm going to do the same idea in my arms, ribs, fingertips, lungs, like I have this big, huge octopus body breathing air instead of water. And I'm just finding how possible movement can connect in different ways. Lots of hands, wrist. What are the strange things I can do with that? Doesn't have to look good. Just opening up. Think like a flamenco dancer, or those things at the car wash that flap around. If you want a little bit more freedom and a little more free flow in it, let it go. Be a car wash. Probably the dumbest thing I will say today, but who can say? There's always time for something better. Okay, enough of that for me. I'm going to do some downward dog. Whatever your range of motion is your range of motion. Work with that. That is good. Starting in your downward dog, or in my downward dog, I'm just going to lift and lower my heels. Stretching through my calf and Achilles, sticking my butt up to the ceiling. Butt up to the heavens, hands and feet to the ground. Lifting high, I'm going to hollow in my abdominals, roll it forward, come into a plank. Find my plank, and then I'm gonna, you can't even see this, I have to move back, drop my head, push through my arms, roll it up to the ceiling, and then lower my heels. Heels high, scoop my belly in, roll it forward, all the way into a strong plank, head drops, push, roll it up, and lower the heels. Heels lift high, scooping the belly in, rounding the spine, rolling it forward into a plank, drop my head, push, lift up the ceiling and lower my heels. One more time. Heels high, belly in, roll it forward into my plank, drop my head, push, roll it up, digging the right leg up, big stretch, hello. Bring it in to the chest and reach it out and up, stretch and open, switch to the side, leg lifts up, bring it into the chest, reach it out and up, and lower down, coming all the way down. Wrists get a little break. Thinking again of that collarbone, clavicle, this bone right here, humerus, upper arm bone, and let's take that down to the radius and ulna, those two twisty bones, into the wrist, into the hand, into the fingertips, and in my back, my scapula. Shoulder blade, this big triangular, three-dimensional shape that's supporting your arms, your back, your whole body. Take a little breath. So I watched a really, really great video on the YouTubes, as Bernie says. It was Susan Harper, and she's talking about finding presence in the stream of your body, in the stream of life, in the flow, and taking deep responsibility to open up your own systems to be as healthy and fluid in that flow as possible. I am regurgitating her words in a not quite as articulate manner, but if you want to see it, it's on YouTube. It just got uploaded. It's Susan Harper talking about Continuum with a man who I believe is French. And another thing she talks about is us finding our relationship to gravity. And in Laban movement analysis, we talk about the vertical, the upper dimension, upper versus lower. So down, we find our gravity, we get our support from the ground, we get our support from gravity. And we rise toward the heavens. We have this upper-lower relationship happening in our life all the time, whether we want to or not. So we can use our breath to help us connect to that deep relationship to the upper versus the lower. Inhaling, expanding, reaching up, and exhaling, letting it come back down, settling into the earth, letting our body pool downward a little bit. That's what our blood does with gravity. And that's one reason why movement is so important, and especially movement in different planes. If I spend some time here, blood is really going down. I'm hydrating this direction, my tissue. If I shift it here, my tissue is going to hydrate in a different way. I could just lay down. Same thing, but we want to give it some time. So our tissue, I'm talking about fascia, I'm talking about organs, I'm talking about muscles, all this stuff. Our fascia is routed throughout our whole body. It's encasing everything and moving through it. And within the fascia is our nervous system. So as we move, all of that is moving together. So I'm talking about hydrating fascia. Movement hydrates fascia. Breath hydrates fascia. We want our fascia spongy and elastic. There are different forms. Some of it's very light and filmy. Some of it's very strong and bandy, like our tendons, ligaments. Ligaments are holding bone to bone. Tendons, bone to muscle. But I'm still talking about it in a sort of mechanistic way. It's one whole system. The only thing that separates anything from anything is our mind or the scalpel or injury. So we want to think of it as one whole fluid system that's working together. And we're finding more opportunities to move into that fluidity. Right now, I'm doing a pretty mechanistic workout because I like that too. I think there's room for everything. And I like to feel strong and able to do all my things. And I dance. I have been pole dancing for the past 6 months, 5 months. I dance on points. I do continuum movement, which I love, and lots of other things. I have done capoeira, salsa, hustle, the whole shebang, swing dance. I just love to move. I love to move with other people. And I think that movement brings us together, makes us feel good. And when we can do that in community, in a sense of community in our minds and our hearts, as well as just being in a room with other people, that makes big changes. So that is my deep thought for the moment. Now, before we are too cold, let's do some more movement. So if you feel comfortable on your knees, you're going to circle your hips and pelvis, stick out your butt in the back, let it drop to the floor in the front. We're going to go a little bit more intense in this section. You may think, I'm done. Probably not a bad idea. But we're just going to do a little bit more strength stuff. So coming into a forearm plank, one knee to the floor at a time, parallel, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to scooch back a little. Then we're going to twist underneath. I twist and touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Gonna stay here. Knee to the outer shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All the way down. Breathe. Big breathing. Feel your heartbeat. Maybe you can feel your pulse. Bend your knees and just let your legs fall from side to side. Let that massage out your quads. Relax your feet. Hit the plants. And then come into center. Tops of the feet on the floor. Arms out side to side. Little circles with your arms. As I'm circling, I'm going to keep changing direction. And I'm going to spiral. So I'm changing direction, spiraling open, change direction, spiraling back. Working with that fingertips through the arm, to the rotator cuff, to the collarbone, to the scapula, all the way into my spine, all the way down my spine into my toes. Other way. Ooh, I started to do sparkle fingers. Jazz hands. Relax. Inhale, open. Exhale, take it back. I'm going to do a slightly different version of child's pose. First, a couple of breaths in child's pose. Really stretch and open up your lungs. Big breathing inside. When I say stretch your lungs in this position, I just mean breathe big. Think of the whole thing expanding three-dimensionally. Letting the diaphragm really move. So here's the different downward dog. You're going to put your hands interlaced out in front of you, head on the floor, rolling up onto the crown of your head. Different child's pose, not different downward dog. And back. Up. And back. Up. And back. And one more up. And back. Roll it up. And I think I am going to end it here. Am I going to end it here? Yes, I am. Thank you so much. If you made it all the way to this point, congratulations. I am going to keep posting things that are imperfect because that is the nature of life. And if you don't like it, feel free to not watch it. But please, stay kind. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Boing. See? Little foot. Hello.